Welcome back to our next installment of MCRtv. I'm Kuros Kai, and this is my very plucky co-host,
Last Drop.
And from last week to this week, we made some changes, some additions to the website.
As you guys have seen, Deadpool and Black Lung finished their podcast finally. What else? Oh, Deadpool is now doing a gamer podcast with a couple of professional gamers, and that's going to be released in the next couple of weeks. They're doing the first podcast this week, I believe. Black Lung has started a new podcast called Metal Geek with Judas Priest, and they just put up their new podcast about 4 or 5 days ago. So yeah, that's happened. Also, there's another podcast that is starting. It's going to be all about the end of the world and all the various options that we are undoubtedly going to meet our demise, and they're trying to figure that one out right now. Other than that, Deadpool has started a new blog. It is for Lent. He is doing 40 movies in 40 days.
I thought you were supposed to give up things in Lent.
That's what I told him, but he said he's Jewish, so he's allowed to do this.
Yeah, if you're gonna just really go sacrilegious on something, do it in style. Bravo.
So check up on that. He's actually watched a couple of great movies I've seen. Sharktopus was pretty good. That was one of those awful B movies. That was pretty good. I mean, if you can't figure it out by the title, there's a Sharktopus in the movie. So you gotta watch out for those next time you go to the beach.
Why would that ever be a B movie? That should have been A-list because it has to be a documentary.
I know. I see Oscars all around for those people. What else?
Now, in the cell phone world, a couple big bits of news. First off, a lot of people have become aware, but AT&T purchased T-Mobile for a minute chunk change, like we could make it up in a weekend, amount of $39 billion. Verizon, when asked if they were interested in purchasing Sprint, the CEO basically said, nah, we're going to just work on our network, work on our phones. We have no current interest in picking up Sprint, so there still will be 3 carriers. Those of you with T-Mobile, unfortunately, you still can't get the iPhone legitimately yet because mergers take time. All the details of that will be coming out within the next couple of months.
The reason I have T-Mobile is so that I don't have to be bothered with the iPhone. Because anytime you go into the cell phone store, they're going to push that or something else on you. And I always tell them, I have T-Mobile, so they don't even bother me. But now I gotta fight people off and hit them with the iPad.
Yeah, if you're gonna break an iPad, might as well do it for a good cause then.
I wish I could break an iPad. I want Steve Jobs to send his golden robots after me.
He'll do it.
Version 1 won't have a flash drive though.
Yeah. Neither will version 2.
But the Android golden robot will. And it'll come with a USB port.
In the battle between which is better, a rock or the Golden Robots version 1.0, I think one of the only differences is the rock does not have a rechargeable battery. I think that's about it. But
pretty much.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend $14 on a stupid app that I can get on my Droid for free.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. Other fun, interesting news, and despite all the personal belief to the contrary, the HTC Thunderbolt was released on Verizon. It was pushed back for well over, I think almost 2 months before it was actually brought out. I actually didn't believe it until I saw it in the stores, and even then I'm still pretty skeptical about it. Main things about the phone: is it does have 4G capability, and when it's on a 4G network, it will do voice and data, which means like the AT&T brand, you can make a phone call while surfing the web. But it's only on 4G. And actually, until May 16th, I think they're also offering the hotspot service on the phone for free. So you can actually hook up 8 devices at one time to it as if it was a wireless router. That's a great service because normally that would be probably about $30 or more for that type of feature attachment. It does also have the Skype camera designed specifically for Skype Mobile. That I don't know if it's been fully released yet, or if it's something that they're working on. But anyway you look at it, the phone has been extremely popular with a lot of people. It was a long-awaited release, and I think we're all better off for it.
Thunderbolt's a good-looking phone, though.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. Kind of like the Evo, minor adjustments to it actually gives it a little bit faster processor compared to the other phones. It is really, really quick. So, I mean, only time will tell, but I think it's going to be a very good selling phone for the foreseeable future.
Also, this week, we kind of lost this week. We've been busy, and we haven't gotten to the movies. So, we were all saying that we wanted to go see Sucker Punch.
Oh, yeah.
Which looks great. We were talking about this earlier. You know, we don't really care about, you know, plot or outline or anything at this point, just because the visual striking of the movie. I mean, it's got everything from anime, ninjas, robots, to, you know, steampunk, and girls in Catholic schoolgirl uniforms. Come here, boy.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think it needs to have any acting. Acting does not have to be good in this movie for it to be a good movie, surprisingly. So I have high hopes, even for mediocrity. It'll be great. And the Man Cave Radio Dog is apparently needing some loving right now, but it's not my job.
This week we wanted to end with the Netflix, but obviously we've been busy and we haven't been watching anything. So we were going to end with the apps of the week.
And main app that I want to talk about is for people whose batteries on their phones don't just seem to last very long. This is for Android in particular, just because it is kind of a battery hog. The application is called Juice Defender. What it does is it'll shut down key programs on the phone when necessary. Really makes the phone more efficient. Actually, the person who told me about that app on 10% battery was able to get 4.5 hours of life off of it, and I've been using it for the past few days. My battery life has improved tremendously.
And the one I was going to talk about was it's called Flingo Voice Assistant, which I got it recently from the expert opinion of one Kuros guy, and it is a great app. I mean, it does everything any, you know, voice recognition would do. It can open programs, it can call someone, message someone, but it also has a fun little feature. You know, it can look up things on the web, it can look up your maps or whatever else you ask it to do. The trivia thing, the looking up on the internet, we were having a little bit of fun with that earlier. We were asking it, you know, what the population of France is, and, you know, who was queen in 1876 in England. I mean, it tells you what the phone can do. It can look up on the internet. It can do whatever you want it to do.
Yeah, so if you want a slightly more high-tech version of cheating at trivia instead of actually typing it in, you can just repeat the question into it, and it will probably give you the answer. Although if you cheat at trivia, you suck.
So, yeah, I think that's it for this week.
Yep, I think we've covered everything we needed to.
So, once again, I'm Last Drop.
Kuros Kai.